Have you ever felt like you're pouring your heart into a relationship or situation, only to be met with indifference or ingratitude? It's like you're shouting into the void and your efforts go unnoticed. What if I told you that you don't have to settle for being overlooked? What if there's a way to fundamentally transform how others perceive and value you, starting right now? Welcome to our channel, where we dive deep into the wisdom of Stoicism to help you become truly valued. Today we're revealing 10 powerful Stoic strategies to make your worth undeniable and your presence profoundly felt even when you're not in the room. Imagine shifting from being unnoticed to becoming indispensable. As Seneca wisely said, when you undervalue what you do, the world will undervalue who you are, ready to assert your power and make every effort count. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's unlock these transformative secrets together. Drop a comment with "I know my worth" to start your journey now. 1. Establish firm boundaries. Let's dive into the first crucial strategy for making others truly value you: establishing firm boundaries. At first glance, setting boundaries might seem harsh or rigid. However, this is where real change begins. Establishing boundaries is like drawing a clear line and saying, "This is where my self-respect starts, and if you want to be part of my life, you need to respect this line." Boundaries aren't about shutting people out, they're about creating a framework within which the right people can interact with you on respectful terms. They function like guardrails on a treacherous road, protecting you from veering off course and keeping interactions within a safe and manageable range. As Marcus Aurelius famously said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Setting boundaries embodies this idea. Recognizing that you control how others treat you starts with the limits you establish. When you create clear boundaries, you demonstrate that you value yourself, which compels others to begin valuing you more. Consider this: people tend to respect what they cannot easily obtain. If you're perpetually available, always saying yes, and never asserting yourself, you risk becoming a doormat, convenient but easily ignored. Conversely, when you have defined boundaries, you signal that your time, energy, and presence are valuable. You're not simply offering them to anyone who asks, you're reserving them for those who genuinely deserve them. Imagine a scenario in a relationship where your partner asks you to cancel plans with friends to be with them on short notice. In the past, you might have said, "Of course, I'll cancel my plans for you." But with newfound boundary setting skills, you respond, "I've already made plans with my friends, and I'm going to stick with them. Let's find another time to spend together." This response may initially surprise them, as they are accustomed to you always accommodating their needs. However, over time, they will come to appreciate that your time is precious and start valuing it more. It's important to clear up a common misunderstanding. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're being cold or uncaring. It's not about isolating people or being difficult. It's about being clear, honest, and respectful to both yourself and others. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly." When you understand your worth, you set boundaries that reflect that worth. It's about communicating, "I care about you, but I also care about myself. Let's find a solution that works for both of us." Consider practical examples. At work, if a colleague constantly offloads extra tasks onto you because you handle them well, it may initially seem flattering, but is also a way for them to avoid their responsibilities. If you continue accepting these tasks without protest, you're implicitly teaching them that it's acceptable to overstep. Instead, you could say, "I'm glad to help, but I have my own workload to manage. Let's discuss how we can share this responsibility more equitably." They might be taken aback at first, but they will eventually learn to respect your boundaries and time. In your personal life, imagine a friend frequently texting you late at night, expecting immediate replies. You need rest and quiet. Setting a boundary could involve saying, "I value our conversations, but I'm not available to chat late at night. Let's catch up during the day." By doing this, you show respect for your need for rest, and over time your friend will learn to respect that as well. Boundaries don't have to be all serious and rigid. You can incorporate humor to make the process smoother. For example, you might tell a friend, "I love you, but if you keep texting me after midnight, I'm going to start sending you unsolicited photos of my cat, at 3 a.m. It's light-hearted and funny while making your point clear. Alternatively, imagine you're at a family gathering and someone asks you to do something you'd rather avoid, like babysitting a bunch of hyper kids. Instead of simply declining, you could say with a grin, "I'd love to, but I'm worried those kids might start thinking I'm their new jungle gym." Let's leave that to the professionals. You're setting a boundary while keeping the interaction light and friendly. So why is establishing boundaries so vital? Because they're about more than just preserving your sanity, they're about teaching others how to treat you. When you value yourself enough to set boundaries, others will start to value you more too. It's about self-respect first, followed by respect from others. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." By setting boundaries, you liberate yourself from the demands and expectations of others that don't align with your values or well-being. As you begin setting these boundaries, remember that you're not just protecting yourself, you're enhancing your value in the eyes of others. You're demonstrating that you know your worth and won't settle for less. When people see this, they'll start to see you differently and appreciate you more. As we wrap up this point, take a moment to think about where you could implement a boundary in your life. It doesn't have to be a major change. Perhaps it's as simple as declining an extra work project or asking a friend for some space to recharge. Whatever it is, remember that setting that boundary communicates to the world, "I respect myself, and you should too now. Let's make a commitment together." Drop a comment below with the phrase, "I stand in my power." This declaration signifies that you're ready to set boundaries that reflect your worth and is a step toward ensuring others value you as you deserve. Plus, it'll be inspiring to see how many of you are prepared to embrace this change. Let's embark on this journey together. Remember, setting boundaries is just the beginning of ensuring you're truly valued in every aspect of your life. You have the power to change how others see you. Let's make it happen, one boundary at a time. After this, you might find yourself questioning why some people naturally command respect and admiration, while others struggle to be noticed. What's the secret behind someone being deeply valued rather than just liked? Often, the difference lies in how these individuals present themselves to the world, their sense of self-worth, and the boundaries they set. People who naturally command respect have a firm, unwavering understanding of their own value and aren't afraid to assert it. By setting boundaries, you've already made a crucial step, but there's more to it. It's about the energy you project, the confidence in your actions, and the way you conduct yourself in every interaction. Think of someone you admire, someone who seems to effortlessly command respect wherever they go. They likely don't spend their time trying to please everyone. Instead, they have a clear sense of who they are, what they stand for, and what they will or won't tolerate. They've set strong boundaries so people understand they can't be easily swayed or taken for granted. This is the path you're starting to follow. As you continue to establish and uphold your boundaries, you'll notice a shift in how others perceive and interact with you. People will begin to respect you more, value your time and presence, and recognize that you're not easily manipulated. You're seen as someone with principles, self-respect, and a clear sense of your worth, qualities that naturally attract admiration and respect. So next time you wonder why some people command more respect than others, remember that it all starts with how you treat yourself. By respecting and maintaining your boundaries, you set the standard for how others should treat you. That, my Stoic friends, is the key to being truly valued. It's not about demanding respect, but about quietly commanding it through your actions and the way you carry yourself every day. 2. Embrace emotional independence. Hey everyone, ready for our second game-changing tip to make sure you're truly valued? Let's talk about embracing emotional independence. Now, you might be thinking emotional independence, but I want to be close to them. And that's precisely the point. Emotional independence isn't about shutting people out, it's about finding happiness and fulfillment within yourself so you don't rely on others for validation. Imagine this: when you depend too much on someone else for your happiness, you're handing over your power. You start to base your self-worth on their mood and opinions. And honestly, nobody wants to be around someone who's constantly fishing for approval. It's draining for everyone. But when you embrace emotional independence, you become a magnet for admiration because you're confident and self-assured. Here's a nugget of wisdom from Epictetus: no man is free who is not master of himself. This sums up emotional independence perfectly. It's about being the boss of your own emotions and not letting outside forces dictate how you feel. When you're emotionally independent, you're grounded and secure, finding joy within yourself without needing constant reassurance from others. Picture this: you're in a relationship, and instead of craving constant attention or affirmation, you're totally content with your own company. You have hobbies, passions, and goals that light you up, whether your partner is around or not. You're happy together, but just as okay flying solo. This kind of emotional independence is incredibly attractive. It sends a clear message: I'm with you because I want to be, not because I need to be. Let's add a fun twist. Think of emotional independence as your secret superpower. You're not waiting for someone else to boost your mood. You've got your own happiness on standby, ready to roll at any moment. And trust me, that kind of self-sufficiency is way more impressive than any superhero cape. So how do you master emotional independence? Start by diving into your passions and interests outside of your relationship. Find activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's a hobby, career dreams, or quality time with friends and family. Build a life that's vibrant and fulfilling on its own. When you're emotionally independent, your partner will treasure your time together even more, because they'll see you as a whole person who's not dependent on them for completeness. Plus, there's a practical side to this. Emotionally independent people handle conflicts with ease. Since you're not seeking constant validation, you're less likely to get defensive or react impulsively. You can tackle disagreements calmly and find solutions that benefit both sides, which only boosts the respect others have for you. So here's the bottom line: be your own source of happiness. Embrace emotional independence and watch how your relationships transform. When you're not clinging for emotional support, others will start to see and value you more. They'll recognize you as a strong, self-assured individual who's worth their time and admiration. Before we move on, let's make a powerful statement together. Drop a comment below with, "I stand in my power." It's your way of declaring that you're ready to embrace emotional independence and let your true value shine. Remember, the more you value yourself, the more others will value you too. Let's keep this energy going and dive into our next exciting point. 3. Master the art of intentional absence. Alright everyone, let's dive into our third game-changing strategy to make sure you're truly valued: mastering the art of intentional absence. Now, don't jump to conclusions. I'm not suggesting you vanish into thin air. But there's real magic in stepping back just a bit, and it can totally change how others see and appreciate you. Picture this: you're always there, always available, like a superhero ready to swoop in at any moment. While this may seem like the ultimate way to show you care, it can sometimes lead to you being taken for granted. If someone knows they can reach you at any time, they might start to view your presence as a given, something they don't need to work for or truly value. Here's where the Stoic wisdom comes in. Intentional absence isn't about playing games or being elusive. It's about understanding and valuing your own presence. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Apply this to relationships. A little distance can make them realize just how much your presence enriches their life. Let's get specific. Imagine you're always the first to text, always the one making plans, always there when they call. Now, what if you pulled back a little? Let them be the one to reach out first. Give them space to miss you, to appreciate that spark, comfort, and joy you bring. It's not about going full ghost mode. No one likes that, but a bit of strategic absence can work wonders. It's like cooking. A pinch of salt enhances the flavor, but too much can ruin the dish. Similarly, a touch of distance makes your presence more cherished. Here's a fun analogy. Think about your favorite TV show. If it aired every day, you might get bored. But when you have to wait a week for the next episode, the anticipation builds, and when it finally airs, you're hooked. Your presence can have that same effect. By practicing intentional absence, you create value. It lets the other person reflect on what life is like without you, making your time together even more special when you reconnect. they'll start to realize, wow, life is just not the same without them. So here's the takeaway: a little strategic absence can lead to a lot of appreciation. It's about quality over quantity, turning your presence into a treasured gift rather than an everyday fixture. Ready to put this into action? Drop a comment below and shout, "I value my presence." It's your way of reminding yourself and others that you're worth missing. Embrace this strategy and watch how they start to value you more with every intentional step you take. 4. Rock your reputation with consistent integrity. Let's break it down. Integrity means aligning your actions with your core values and principles, no matter the circumstances. It's about being steadfast in your commitments, upholding honesty, and doing what's right even when no one's looking. And when people recognize that you're someone who consistently follows through on their word and adheres to ethical standards, your value in their eyes escalates. Imagine you've got a friend who's always making grand promises but fails to deliver. Maybe they frequently cancel plans or reveal your secrets. Over time, despite your affection for them, you start to lose respect because their words and actions don't align. Their reliability and integrity seem questionable, diminishing their value to you. Now contrast that with someone who is unwavering in their commitment, someone who keeps their promises, sticks to their values, and is a beacon of trustworthiness. This person is gold because they've earned your trust and admiration. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This encapsulates the essence of integrity. So how does maintaining consistent integrity elevate your value? It's straightforward. People cherish and seek out those they can trust. By consistently demonstrating integrity, you cultivate a reputation as someone dependable and principled. This kind of reliability is rare and highly esteemed, making you stand out in both personal and professional spheres. Let's add a touch of humor to this. Think of integrity as being that friend who, despite the initial awkwardness, tells you when you've got spinach stuck in your teeth. It might not always be comfortable, but you appreciate their honesty because it's rooted in care and genuine concern. That's the kind of invaluable presence we're talking about. Consider this at work. You're the person known for delivering exceptional results on time, while others might cut corners. Who do you think will earn more respect and be entrusted with greater opportunities? It's the power of consistent integrity at play. It builds a reputation that commands admiration and value. Living with integrity doesn't mean being flawless. It's about being authentic and steadfast. It means making ethical choices, even when they're challenging, and being honest with yourself and others. When you uphold integrity, you don't just enhance how others perceive you, you also gain a deeper respect for yourself. You become someone who looks in the mirror and says, "I'm proud of who I am." So let's make a pact today. Drop a comment below and declare, "I stand in my integrity." This isn't just a statement, it's a commitment to uphold your values, and a message to the world that you're someone reliable and trustworthy. Remember, integrity isn't about being perfect, it's about being genuine and consistent. When people know they can trust you, your value will soar. Embrace integrity in all you do and watch how it transforms not only how others see you, but also how you view yourself. Build that rock-solid reputation, and you'll become indispensable to everyone around you. 5. Shine with quiet confidence. Alright everyone, let's dive into our 5th game changer: shine with quiet confidence. You might be thinking, why quietly? Shouldn't I be shouting my accomplishments from the rooftops? Well, here's the scoop: true strength doesn't need to broadcast itself, it simply shines. When you let your actions speak louder than words, you create a deep and lasting impact. Picture this: you're at work, and there's that one colleague who's always bragging about their latest triumphs. They're flashy and loud, making sure everyone knows about their achievements. Meanwhile, you're the calm, collected one, quietly delivering excellence. Sure, the show-off might grab immediate attention, but it's you who earns genuine respect and admiration. People start to see that you don't need validation because your results do the talking, and that's the mark of true value. Let's sprinkle in some Stoic wisdom. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." In other words, instead of talking about how amazing you are, let your actions reflect your greatness. When you consistently excel without the need for fanfare, you build an aura of competence that naturally draws people in. They'll value you more because they see your true worth without you needing to flaunt it. Now, you might wonder how to showcase your strengths without coming off as boastful. The answer is simple: consistency and quality. Whatever you excel at, do it with dedication and excellence. Whether it's in your career, hobbies, or relationships, let your skills shine through naturally. For instance, if you're a problem-solving pro, don't brag about it, just solve problems. Over time, this quiet display of talent will build a reputation that's far more compelling than any self-promotion. Here's a fun analogy: think of yourself as a superhero with a secret identity. You don't need to shout that you're Batman, just save the day quietly. The impact will be profound, and the respect you earn will be genuine and lasting. So next time you achieve something impressive, resist the urge to broadcast it. Instead, let others discover your success on their own. When they do, it'll make a bigger impact because it wasn't forced. And when they ask how you achieved it, share it as a lesson or story rather than a boast. Imagine your quiet strength creating such an impression that people seek out your expertise and value your advice, all because your actions have shown you're the real deal. Remember, true value comes from being consistently reliable and quietly exceptional. So embrace your strengths, showcase them with humility, and watch how others start to value you more deeply. If you're on board with this approach, drop a comment below with the phrase "quiet strength." It's your commitment to letting your actions speak volumes. Keep shining and see how your value grows. 6. Master the art of composure. Now, let's explore our 6th strategy: master the art of composure. You might be wondering, how does staying calm boost my value? Trust me, this is a game changer. Imagine you're in the middle of a heated debate, emotions are flaring, and everyone's getting more agitated. But there you are, the picture of calmness, handling the situation with grace. Instead of reacting with frustration, you respond with thoughtful, measured responses. Suddenly, you're not just part of the conversation, you're the steady anchor. Your composure commands respect, and people start to see you as someone who handles stress with ease, which is incredibly valuable. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By mastering your emotions and staying composed, you're demonstrating control over yourself and the situation. This ability to remain calm under pressure is something people deeply appreciate. Here's a little humor to lighten the mood next time someone's losing their cool. Imagine yourself as the Zen master of the moment. It might sound amusing, but that mental image can help you stay centered and remind you of the power of calmness. Staying calm isn't about being emotionless, it's about showing strength through restraint. When others see you maintaining your composure, especially in challenging situations, they'll come to value your presence. They'll appreciate the stability you bring, and soon you'll be the person they rely on when things get tough. So if this resonates with you, drop a comment below with "calm and valued." Let's commit to being the steady force in our relationships, the one they value for our calmness. Keep that serene demeanor and watch how your value rises in their eyes. 7. Stay cool under pressure. You might be wondering, how does maintaining composure actually boost my value? Let me explain. Keeping your cool in high-pressure situations is akin to wielding a superpower. It's not just about staying calm, it's about embodying a sense of steadiness and reliability that others deeply respect. Imagine this scenario: you're in the midst of a heated discussion, emotions are running high, and tensions are palpable. Instead of succumbing to the chaos or raising your voice, you remain composed, actively listening and responding with measured, thoughtful comments. This serene demeanor doesn't just diffuse the tension, it signals to everyone around you that you're a stabilizing force they can rely on during turbulent times. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, nailed it when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom highlights that your true power lies in how you handle your reactions to external pressures. When you exhibit this kind of mental fortitude and calm, people can't help but see you in a higher light. They recognize your ability to manage stress and remain grounded, which is a rare and valuable trait. Consider this: people are naturally drawn to those who radiate calm and control, especially when things are spiraling out of control. Think of yourself as the eye of the storm, offering a center of peace amidst the whirlwind of chaos. Here's a playful example. Imagine a family dinner where a heated debate erupts over whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Instead of getting caught up in the frenzy, you simply smile and say, "If we survive 2020, we can handle a pizza-topping debate." Your composed response not only lightens the mood, but also demonstrates your maturity and ability to handle stressful situations with grace. Staying calm showcases not just emotional intelligence, but also self-control, qualities that are both rare and highly prized. It's about more than just keeping the peace, it's about reinforcing your value by proving you can be trusted to maintain your cool when it's most needed. This level of emotional stability makes you someone who is respected and valued in any situation, whether personal or professional. So let's make this a call to action. Drop a comment below with "I stand in my power," and let's celebrate the strength of calmness together. Embrace this strategy and watch how maintaining your composure not only enhances your reputation but also amplifies your value in the eyes of others. When you remain steady and collected, you don't just survive the pressure, you rise above it and shine. 8. Invest in your personal growth. Alright, let's dive into our 8th power move: invest in your personal growth. You might be wondering, how does working on myself make me more valuable to others? Here's the scoop: there's something irresistibly magnetic about someone who's always striving to evolve. When you're consistently learning new skills, embracing fresh challenges, and pushing your boundaries, you don't just become interesting, you become genuinely inspiring. And believe me, people find that incredibly valuable. Picture yourself at a lively social gathering. As conversations circle around familiar topics, you casually mention that you've started learning a new language, training for a marathon, or diving into a thought-provoking book on philosophy. Instantly, you capture everyone's attention. Why? Because you're not stagnant, you're growing, and that growth is captivating. You're showing that you're engaged in a journey of self-improvement, which naturally draws people in. Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This quote nails it. When you invest in yourself, you're not just improving your own life, you're demonstrating a commitment to living fully and purposefully. You're proving that you're not content with just coasting along, you're actively seeking to expand your horizons and enhance your capabilities. This dedication to growth is something that resonates deeply with others and garners their respect and admiration. Let's be real, personal growth isn't just about impressing others, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about unlocking your potential, discovering new passions, and embracing opportunities that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. As you grow, you naturally set a positive example and encourage those around you to pursue their own growth. 9. Radiate gratitude and appreciation. Let's dive into our 9th transformative strategy: radiate gratitude and appreciation. You might be asking, how does showing gratitude enhance my value? The answer lies in understanding the profound impact of genuine appreciation. Expressing sincere thanks isn't just a polite gesture, it's a powerful way to forge deeper connections and amplify your personal worth. Imagine this: whether in your personal life or at work, you consistently take a moment to acknowledge the small but significant gestures others make, like that morning coffee someone made for you, or the support they offered during a challenging time. This isn't about offering a perfunctory thanks or a quick nod. It's about truly recognizing the effort and thoughtfulness behind their actions. When you do this, you make people feel seen and valued. They don't just receive a token acknowledgement, they feel a genuine appreciation for their contributions. When others feel appreciated, they start to mirror that positivity back to you. They view you as a person who uplifts their world and brings a sense of warmth into their lives. This creates a cycle of positive reinforcement, where your appreciation fosters an environment where others naturally want to reciprocate. They begin to see you not just as someone who says thanks, but as someone who genuinely brightens their life. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius captured the essence of gratitude perfectly when he said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This perspective is more than just a motivational quote, it's a reminder that gratitude elevates our daily experiences and interactions. When you consistently express appreciation, you're embodying this mindset. It transforms how others perceive you, making them see you as someone who is genuinely engaging and worthwhile. Think of expressing gratitude as creating ripples in a pond. Each heartfelt thank you spreads out, strengthening your relationships and creating a positive atmosphere. This ripple effect doesn't just impact how people see you, it enhances the overall dynamic of your interactions. A person who regularly acknowledges and celebrates the efforts of others is naturally seen as more valuable. They foster a supportive and encouraging environment that attracts people who want to be part of that positive space. Conversely, a lack of appreciation or a grumpy attitude tends to repel people. If you've ever encountered someone who's consistently negative or ungrateful, you know how quickly it can diminish their appeal. Gratitude is the antidote to this negativity. By choosing to focus on the positive and express genuine thanks, you flip the script, creating an environment where people feel good about being around you. Here's a fun way to think about it. Imagine you're at a social event, and a debate about pineapple on pizza breaks out. Instead of getting caught up in the chaos, you smile and quip, "Well, if we survive 2020, I'm sure we can handle a pizza-topping debate." Your calm and appreciative demeanor not only diffuses the situation but also highlights your positive attitude. It's this kind of approach that makes people want to be around you. Ready to harness the power of gratitude? Drop a comment below with "Gratitude is my strength," to affirm your commitment to making this principle a fundamental part of your life. By embracing gratitude, you're not only enhancing how others see you, but you're also enriching your own life with deeper, more meaningful connections. Remember, the magic of gratitude lies in its ability to make others feel valued and appreciated, and in turn, make you someone truly worth cherishing. Embrace the transformative power of gratitude and watch how it elevates both your relationships and your own sense of self-worth. Let's spread appreciation and make it a cornerstone of our interactions. 10. Embrace vulnerability with confidence. Let's wrap up with our 10th and final gem: embrace vulnerability with confidence. You might be thinking, isn't vulnerability a sign of weakness? But paired with confidence, vulnerability transforms into a powerful asset. It's about being open and honest about who you are, what you feel, and what you believe without fearing judgment. This kind of raw authenticity is not just rare, it's profoundly valuable because it's both genuine and deeply human. Picture yourself in a meaningful conversation. Instead of masking your true self behind a facade, you share your real feelings and uncertainties. This level of honesty doesn't drive people away, it draws them closer. Why? Because it demonstrates that you trust them enough to be your true self. And trust, as we know, is the bedrock of any meaningful connection. As Seneca wisely observed, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Embracing vulnerability with confidence means living fully in the present, unburdened by the fear of judgment. This courage to be genuinely yourself makes you incredibly appealing because it's a rare and refreshing quality. When you're openly vulnerable, people don't see weakness, they see strength and authenticity. Imagine you're at a social event and someone asks about a recent challenge. Instead of crafting a perfect answer, you share a humorous and honest take on the situation, like, "I tried a new recipe, and let's just say it's more of an adventure than a meal." This blend of humor and honesty makes you relatable and shows that you're comfortable with your imperfections. So, next time you feel the urge to hide behind a mask, remember, true connection comes from being confidently open. Let people see the real you, and they'll value you even more. Drop a comment below with "I stand in my power," to declare your readiness to embrace your true self and let others recognize your genuine worth. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.